John Huddy reporting to us from San Juan, doing yeoman's work for us. Something interesting, by the way, happened yesterday to John Bolton on the way to giving a speech in South Korea. In the middle of his dissertation, the leader of North Korea decided to send Mr. Bolton a message. He did so in the form of 2 short-range ballistic missile blasts into the Pacific Ocean. So much for Mr. Bolton's tough talk, I guess. RT's Rachel Blevins joins me now to break down the details. Is there a possibility that Kim Jong-un may have actually done that purposefully? In other words, knowing that Bolton was there?
It definitely seems like North Korea was trying to make some noise with that, because they came out with a statement directly after, and they said that those missile tests were warnings to South Korea. And they specifically claimed that they were warnings to what they called South Korea's military warmongers. Now, they also said that they want this to be something that warns against what they've heard is going on in South Korea, which includes planned military exercises with the United States, as well as an increase in weapons development. So it definitely sounds like they're trying to send a message.
But talk about mixed messaging. And really, this is the same thing that happened with the Clinton administration when they sent Governor Richardson there to negotiate. You know, 2 weeks later, they were doing the same thing. I mean, now the same thing happened during the Bush administration, the Obama administration, and it's happening now. It almost seems like the pattern is, I invite you to come in pretending I'm going to do something, then you walk away and I don't do anything. In fact, I shoot off another rocket.
Right. And it's interesting to see, too, you know, Bolton's in South Korea, and they're talking about strengthening their alliance. Well, they're not mentioning North Korea at all, not even when they're talking about threats there specifically in the region. But at the same time, whatever North Korea could possibly do to South Korea, the United States cares about that, because they still have more than 28,000 troops stationed there in South Korea, which is an incredibly large force, even when it seems like we've made some progress with North Korea over the last year.
Is there a certain inconsistency of message here? I mean, and the reason I say that is the image that's seared into my memory most recently is Mr. Trump visiting the border, right? And going and shaking hands and engaging with Kim Jong-un, right? And now we see Bolton going to South Korea while ignoring North Korea. So which is the U.S. policy? Is it pro-South Korea, pro-North Korea? I mean, I don't know.
Right, that's a good question. Now, what's interesting here is that even in the statement North Korea released, they didn't mention the United States. They specifically mentioned South Korea. So there is a chance that those denuclearization talks could still be going on. And it's notable because U.S. officials are coming out and saying that they're still optimistic about those talks, and that they see these tests as maybe just North Korea showing and kind of hinting at what it's capable of, more so than actually looking to harm anyone.
And I understand Mr. Trump's reaction was that they're not strong enough missiles that could reach anybody and do really any damage. So it sounds like he's minimizing it, right?
Right, that's what it seems like. And Secretary of State Mike Pompeo is doing the same thing. He's saying he's not surprised. So it'll be interesting to see. He's saying that those denuclearization talks should be moving forward in the next couple of weeks.
What about the other players in that region? I mean, for example, the Chinese should have some influence between both, right? And especially North Korea. Have we heard anything from them?
They've released some statements on it, but it is interesting because it seems like North Korea was really trying to make a big statement with this, and I don't know that the other countries and the other big players in the region are really taking it as seriously as maybe they would have wanted. So we'll see exactly how that's going to influence everything.
And Mr. Bolton, did he react in any way to this?
He hasn't publicly yet. They did interrupt his visit, so that may make him change his tune on not mentioning North Korea.
You know, and the funny thing is he gets a lot of heat, and this is probably going to feed that heat a little bit more.
Absolutely.
Rachel Blevins, good story. It's an amazing tale, one that seems to never go away. So you haven't heard that we're the ones covering the stories that you won't see covered anywhere else? In Venezuela, Kazakhstan, let's go to Hong Kong. And the media reaction to that has been crickets. How about the way we cover those stories? What the hell does that mean? Wowee, wowee, wowee. That's the key word in this case, uprising. Keep? Can you believe that? Watching. This is the right thing for members of the media to do, to actually pick sides. Look, if you like what you see, subscribe.